The scent of salt mixed with the constant drone of waves as Sophia and Lucas arrived at the old beach house, isolated at the end of a sand road forgotten by time. They weren't looking for luxury, just distance from the city, and maybe a chance to save what was left of their relationship. Right away, they noticed everything felt suspended in time. Old photos of families they didn't know. Clock stopped at 3:17 a.m. Doors creaked at the slightest wind, even with all the windows shut. That first night, Lucas woke to the sound of footsteps upstairs. Sophia heard it too. They climbed the stairs, but found only a stained mirror in the hallway. As they walked past it, for a second, they saw the reflection of 3 people standing behind them, even though they were alone. The next morning, they explored the beach. The sea seemed normal, but the sand was covered with footprints leading from the ocean to the house, barefoot, deep, impossible for the wind to erase. The second night, the tension grew. As they ate dinner, every light in the house flickered in sync with the crashing waves. Sophia glanced outside and swore she saw someone standing at the water's edge, motionless, watching them. When she blinked, the figure was gone. Lucas tried to go out and check, but the door was stuck, as if something outside was gripping the handle. The clock was still frozen at 3:17. Then they heard, upstairs, the muffled crying of a child, followed by the sound of something heavy being dragged. They hid in the bathroom, locking the door. The emergency light flickered. In the silence, they heard whispering, "You shouldn't have come." Then, the bathroom handle turned slowly, as if someone or something was trying to get in. Everything went dark. When they awoke, it was daylight. The bathroom door was open, but there was no sign of a break-in. On the kitchen table, a note, "Return what is not yours." Inside Sophia's bag, they found a small seashell, damp, covered in sand, streaked with something red. They had no memory of taking it. They threw the shell into the sea, ran to the car, and left without looking back. Months later, Lucas received an anonymous message, just a photo of the house, and a clock stopped at 3:17.
Have you ever felt like the ocean is hiding something darker than its depths? Some places seem designed to lure us in and never let us leave. This is the story of a beach house where memories vanish, and not everyone who enters ever comes out the same. It all started on an ordinary summer weekend when 3 friends, Luke, Marina, and Raphael, rented a luxurious beachfront house to escape the city and celebrate the season. The house was perfect, modern, magazine-worthy, and curiously had no online record except for the rental listing. The first night was filled with laughter, drinks, and stories on the porch with only the sound of the waves. But the next morning, Luke realized something was wrong. He couldn't remember how the night ended. Not the last toast, not the last conversation. Soon, Marina complained that her belongings were out of place, and she felt as if someone had rummaged through her bag. Raphael tried to reassure them, but admitted he too had a strange gap in his memory, as if hours of the night had simply been erased. Over the next nights, things got worse. Each morning, they woke up more confused, finding messages sent from their phones to friends and family, but none of them remembered typing them. Objects moved, wet footprints led to their bedroom doors, and the salty smell of the sea filled the house, as if the ocean itself was inside. Marina started hearing whispers calling her name at night, and Raphael had vivid dreams of shadows moving through the halls. Meanwhile, Luke felt his body freeze up at night, hearing heavy footsteps above him, even though he was always the last to fall asleep. At the peak of their fear, they decided to leave immediately. But when they tried to open the front door, it was locked tight. The windows, once easy to open, now seemed sealed. The once calm sea was now rising, pounding against the house as if it wanted to drag them under. Only at sunrise did the door unlock by itself. They fled carrying nothing but a deep, lingering terror and the certainty that something was watching from the porch. When they tried to call for help, they realized there was no record on their phones of any photos, calls, or messages from that night. No one in town knew who owned the house. When they returned days later, all they found was an empty lot. No trace, no answers. And to this day, each swears they sometimes hear the sound of the ocean coming from their own room. Would you dare spend a night in a mysterious beach house? Comment below what you would do. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that will make you afraid to look at the sea.